Hi, welcome back to my channel, and as always it's becoming a tradition now, January every year. This is the latest version of how to do Etsy SEO in 10 minutes, the 2025 edition. As always, new information and updates every time, and the first thing I want you to know for this video, for the first time ever, I'm going to be doing 2 SEO examples, one for a digital product and one for a physical product, to give you even more value and even more explanation as to what you should be doing with your Etsy SEO, and more importantly, what you shouldn't be doing with your Etsy SEO. So first of all, as always, let's get into the 2025 updated basics. This is the most comprehensive and in detail SEO guide you'll find anywhere in regards to Etsy. So updated basics, what you need to know before we get into how you do your SEO on Etsy. So number one, the first thing you need to know is that the listings you will do this SEO on are 0 sales, low sales, and new listings only. Okay? Really, really important. So you're only going to do this work on no sales, low sales, or new listings. When I say low sales, I mean 1, 2, 3 sales. That'll do. You don't need to go any higher than that. If a listing is selling and doing well, you don't want to mess with the SEO. It might make the listing perform better, but it might make the listing perform worse. So I really, really don't want you to mess with any listings that are doing any decent sales volume. If the listing is making a sale a month, 2 sales a month, 3 sales a month, that's okay. Okay, it's not going to have a dramatic effect. But if the listing is doing 20, 30, 40 sales a month, got to be careful, and I wouldn't touch it. Don't touch listings that sell. So the next thing I want you to know with this SEO guide is it's most beneficial for new and growing stores. Okay? Let me be clear here. If your store's just open and your store's growing, and what I mean by growing is you're moving through 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 listings, you've not been around that long, then SEO, this work you're going to do in this guide, is going to be most beneficial. If you're a store, and I saw people commenting in the 24 edition and the 23 edition, I'm going to implement your guide and I'll be back with the results, right? If you've got a successful store, okay, it's been around 2 or 3 years or longer, then you're not going to see as big a benefit as a new or growing store would. SEO is most important in the earlier stages of your store's life. So all of you this year who have decided to open and build an Etsy store, this is for you. And if you do have a more successful store, you can also implement this as well, because it will make you eligible or available for more search queries. But the real benefit is for stores that are building and growing. You guys are going to see the biggest benefit from this. Okay, so the next thing, and I say this every time because every time somebody mentions this, when I say how to do Etsy SEO in 10 minutes, that's how long you should be taking to complete the task of SEOing one listing. It's not how long this video is going to be. This video is probably going to be 20 or 30 minutes long. Okay? It's how long you should get to do it. Once you've got this locked down and you've got this system that I'm teaching you locked down, 10 minutes is all you need to take. So it's 10 minutes, okay? And here's the other bit that I've never mentioned before. You only need to get this guide 70% right. And what I mean by getting it 70% right is the amount of repetition that goes into your keywords. We all end up repeating keywords. Across your listings, 70% of your keywords will be the same. They're all just going to be the same. It's 20, 30% that are going to be different. So there will be repetition. And even in the listing, if you repeat the odd keyword here and there, it doesn't matter. Yes, it would be good if you could get 100% non-repeated keywords. This is impossible sometimes, depending on the item that you're selling, because there just aren't enough unique words for that item against another one. Okay, so don't beat yourselves up. 70%, just get most of the keywords to be individual, and that is good enough. That's good enough. All right, where are we? Number four is, and this is so important, and I shout this from the rooftops every time I do one of these videos, because so many people still don't understand. All the SEO tools out there make you think that SEO equals ranking. If I just find the right keywords, I'll be able to rank higher and outsell my competition. This is simply not true. SEO doesn't rank anything. SEO makes you eligible or available to be ranked. So if you've got a keyword that the customer's looking for and they type that in, it means you're eligible. You are available along with all your competition to be ranked for that search query. But the ranking of the search query doesn't happen with the keywords. Of course not. It happens with quality score. It happens with how many sales your listing's got, how quickly your listing made those sales. Are you still selling today? Are you recent? In a video recently on my channel, I will talk about the secret to Etsy. It's recency. SEO just makes you available for recency, to be selected by Etsy. And the way Etsy does this is with sales above everything else. Don't get drawn in when Etsy starts talking about customer experience scores and other things. No, it's sales that matter. That's what matters for ranking. SEO makes you eligible. This system I'm teaching you creates more eligibility for you by using your keywords, as many keywords, descriptive, accurate, tight around the listing, so that Etsy knows what the listing is and the customer gets what they want. Okay, let's look at the last one. The last one, and lots of other YouTubers are gonna hate me because they're all affiliated to these guys. Don't use SEO tools, okay? This is costing you money. I don't know how many times I have to say it. People come into my comments saying, which tools do I use? Don't use SEO tools. None of the search volume and click data information comes from Etsy. What's the point? It doesn't come from Etsy. Don't waste your time. You will go down an SEO rabbit hole and disappear into engagement rates, search volume. None of this is based on Etsy. Okay? So please don't waste your time. Everything in this guide will teach you what you need to know. Etsy does the rest. Etsy does the heavy lifting for you. Etsy's not dumb. The algorithm is smart. It will find your customers for your listings as long as you take care of these basic points. So, now we've got the basics locked down, let's get into where does SEO occur in your listings. Okay, so the next thing we need to know is where does Etsy SEO occur in your product listings? And this is updated for 2025 because for the first time, I'm going to include something that I haven't put in before, which is importance. Okay? So, there's 5 places that SEO occurs in your listing, but they're not of equal importance. So, here's the 5 points. As you move up the arrow, these areas of your listing get more important for SEO. So, starting at the bottom, the least important is your product description. So, this is changed from the 2024 version of this video, but still Etsy says they use listing descriptions for SEO, but it is of negligible importance. I would never sit trying to work out what keywords to put in your listing descriptions. Certainly don't put your product title at the top of your description, which I still see so many people doing. This is a complete waste of time and it looks dumb. It just doesn't look good. Don't waste time trying to find the right keywords to put in the description. It will make zero difference for your eligibility and discoverability inside Etsy. I can guarantee you that. But technically, Etsy say they now include the description for query matching. So, number 4, slightly more important. Categories. So categories are where you place your product in the Etsy taxonomy list. So when you have the bar where you can choose which category the product goes in, depending on what you write, it can open up more or less categories to put your listing in. So make sure you play around with this and find as many categories opened for you, but be sure you put it in the right category at the end. It's got to be right for the product. Don't just put it in a category selection because there's more boxes open for you if it's not right. That's not going to help you. It's got to be more boxes open, more options in the category heading and subheadings, and it needs to be right. Okay, so categories, more important than description, but still not very important. Okay, this is just building a picture for Etsy to understand your listing, and categories is of limited importance. Number 3, definitely more important, attributes. Okay, so let me be clear here. Attributes for your listing are the drop-down boxes where you get to select information pre-filled out by Etsy that is relevant to your listing. So you can have celebrations, occasions, all these sorts of things. But here's the thing. You only use attributes when they are 100% targeted to that attribute. Let me give you a perfect example. If you make, a funny man's POD t-shirt, right? You might select Christmas as an occasion, but it's not specific to Christmas. If it was a Christmas funny man's POD t-shirt, then yes, you can select that attribute for it, and yes, it's relevant, and yes, it will help discoverability for that product. But don't ever use these unless they apply to your product, because you're just going to confuse Etsy. This is all about targeting. It's all about targeting in and around your listing with your keywords, your attributes, categories, and these two, which I'm going to tell you in a minute, to make sure that you're as eligible and correct as possible to be featured by Etsy. So, the big 2, I'm sure you know them already. Number 2 is tags. Okay, so tags, and I'm going to teach you how to do all this. Don't worry, I'm going to teach you how to write your titles and tags. Tags are those 13 boxes of 20 characters where you type in the keywords that you want that are relevant for your product. And as I mentioned in the 2024 edition, I'm going to say it now, tags and the number 1 bit, which I'm going to fill in a minute, they cross-match. Etsy cross-matches all your keywords. It doesn't care where they are. It will find 2 in a title, 1 in a tag, 1 in an attribute, 1 in a category. It doesn't matter. It uses all of these to surface your product. So just make sure your tags, get as many of them into your listing. I'm going to show you how to do it. They don't need to be in order, right? The tags don't need to be in order. You can put them in any way you want to maximize space. As I say, I'll show you. And number 1, of course, is product titles. Okay? So titles are obviously the most important thing. It's above the line. Customers see all of your title. Most customers don't get to see the tags. You know they're there. The customers, they don't look at them. They're hard to see. Titles, everybody sees it. So your title has to make sense. It needs to be legible, clear, and give customers every bit of information they need. And again, I'm going to teach you how to do it. And now you can see the importance. So if you're going to focus on anything, these 2. Just focus on these 2. This is where it really matters to be discovered. The other 3, okay, look, they're nice to haves. Get them done as best as you can. But it's these 2 that matter. So with that being said, for the first time now, let's get into 2 examples of product SEO. 1 for a physical product, and I'm going to do a digital product, and then I'm going to sum everything up for you. So this has been a complete guide for you. Let's get into that. Okay, so in this 2025 edition of How to Do Etsy SEO in 10 minutes, I'm going to do two products. The first product for SEO is a chopping board. It's a personalized chopping board. You can see I've drawn it here. Absolutely terrible as always, but you get the idea. So it's a chopping board, and this is how you do your SEO in 10 minutes. Follow along. First of all, we're going to do the product title. Okay, title of the product. And to do this, you draw a line down the middle of your page. Okay. On the right-hand side here, you're going to have your anchor keywords. Anchor keywords are what the item is. Now, you might have 2 of these, 3, 4, 5. It depends on what the product is that you're selling. Okay, just think of as many as you can. So for this one, for a chopping board, there's only 3 really. Chopping board, and then we've got breadboard, and we've got cutting block. Okay, so these are what the item is. And if you can get 3, you're good. If you can get 4, that's even better. Now, on the other side, you've got your descriptive keywords. Okay, so this is where you literally describe the item you're selling in as many different words as you possibly can. Don't worry too much about the flow of the words, just get them down on your paper, on your Word document, whatever it is that you're doing. Just brain dump it, just describe what it is you're looking at, what the product is. So, let's have a look at this. Let's get these words out that we're going to use. Personalized, wood, thick, personalized wood, thick, quality, custom name, heavy. So we're just describing the item. Reversible. I probably won't use all of these in the product title, but you're just brain dumping. You're just getting out all the words that describe the item. What have we got? Engraved. Juice. Groove. So that's the little bit that runs around the edge of your chopping board to catch all the juices and oil and stuff. All good. Anything else that we've got on here? That'll do. That'll do. If there's any more, I think actually no, there is one more. No, I've got it. Custom. I've already got it. So, descriptive and anchor keywords. So now you've got the basic setup for how to construct your title. Now, I'm a great advocate for using commas in your product titles. Okay, so when you're doing your product titles, separate each keyword set with a comma. So keyword sets, it's just descriptive, 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 anchor. Red, 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 green, comma, space. Or red, red, green, comma, space. And then red, 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 green. Literally just describing the item using the keywords that are there. So this is the title that I've got for this. It is personalized wood, and then your first anchor, chopping board. Okay, comma, into your second keyword set. So in your product title, it's personalized wood chopping board. So you've used your first anchor. Okay, second one, quality, custom name, and then we're going to use breadboard, which is in green. If I can get the top off, breadboard. Okay, so that's 2 keyword sets. You write them in your title one after the other with a comma and a space. Last one, heavy, reversible, engraved, and then cutting block, and then at the end I put with juice groove. Just about got those in. So now you can see in here all the keywords that we've got in here. I've used that one, custom name, heavy, reversible, engraved, juice groove, thick. I think thick is missing, but that could go in there. Thick can go in here. Okay? So you see how it's constructed. Really easy. Left to right, red to green. Okay? Very, very straightforward. So now let's get straight into the tags. I hope this is making sense. This will become very, very familiar to you if you keep practicing this way of doing things. So let's get into the tags. And tags work with your product title to fill the customer search query. So what the customer is looking for. Your tags help you do that. Okay, there we go. And as always with the tags, it is the 5 W's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who, what, where, when, why. Okay, so your product title is just to describe the item. Your tags are to get through the who, what, where, when, why. Who's using the product? What are they doing with it? Where are they using it? When are they using it? And why are they using it? So let's get these tags out. So who? Straightforward. Chef, cook, foodie. Just examples of who is going to be buying this. What are they doing with it? Cutting food, prep or preparation, cooking. Okay? Really, really simple. Just describe the meaning. So what are they doing? Where are they doing this work? Kitchen, dinner, meals, lunch. Okay? When? So when are they doing this work? Could be for a housewarming. Could be a barbecue. Okay? And why? Why are they doing it? And these are just ideas. Okay? There's lots and lots of possibilities here. I'm sure you can think of ideas yourself. Could be a gift for an anniversary, just married, could be a new home. Okay? So, this shouldn't take you very long. Go through the five W's and remember that all of these tags will cross-match. Etsy will pick any words you've got in your tags or titles and cross-match them to match what the customer is searching for. Your goal is to have as many keywords as you can in the tag section. So let me be clear here, they don't need to make sense. Okay, just cram the keywords into the boxes as efficiently as you can. Okay, get as many in and Etsy will do the heavy lifting for you. If a customer's searching for chef, cutting, and then food prep, you've got them. If you've got any combination of those, you've got them. So as many words as you can, descriptives and anchors in your titles, who, what, where, when, why in your tags. I hope this makes sense. I hope this is sinking in for a physical product. Now let's do example 2, which is a digital product. Okay, welcome to SEO example number 2. And of course, this is a digital listing and it's a pregnancy journal. And once again, my absolutely terrible picture of it is there. Awful, I'm not an artist. Anyway, let's get into this and let's see how we're going to SEO this pregnancy journal. Number 1, the first thing, line down the middle of your page as always, so that we can separate the descriptive and anchor keywords for this listing. So let's get these descriptive keywords down first. Remember, you've got to have the item in front of you on your screen and really brainstorm it and get those descriptive keywords out. Describe what the item is, describe what it's all about. So let's get these down. Let's get these words down. Baby, digital. Mom, to be. Pregnant. Memories. See how rich these keywords are, really focusing around the item that we're selling. Daily. A4 refers to the size if they're going to print the journal. Custom. They can change parts of the journal. Of course, that's the whole point. Lined, it's lined. There's lines inside it for them to write on. It's all these details that matter when someone's searching for a product like this. They will search for these types of keywords. This makes the difference. Gender neutral, always a good keyword. Let's have that in there. Personalized and pregnancy. Okay, so look how rich those keywords are, all targeting around that item that we're selling. And now, of course, we need our anchors, and this listing has more anchors than the previous one. Let's see what they are. Number 1, journal. Okay, number 2, workbook. Number 3, diary. And number 4, planner. That's more than enough. Really, really good anchors to describe what this item is. Right, now let's construct our title here. So, descriptives first. I'm going to do 3 lines. Digital, personalized, pregnancy. They're the descriptors, descriptives. And then our first anchor, planner. Okay? Digital personalized pregnancy planner. See how it flows left to right, red to green. Really good for the brain, really good for flow of work. Next one, custom. Got to read my writing. A4, lined. Mom to be. And then the green anchor, workbook. So that's keyword set number 2, red to green, left to right. Easy to read and totally describing what this item is. Really, really good. And then the last one, gender, neutral. Pregnant, daily, diary. And there you go. Using all the descriptive keywords on the left, all the anchors on the right, left to right, red to green. This is how you easily and consistently construct quality titles for digital listings. Let's now do the tags. Okay, now the title's done, it's on to the tags. And remember, as always, it's the 5 W's, who, what, where, when, and why, as explained in the first example. Let's see what the 5 W's are for this digital listing. The first line, who, mother, mum, woman. Straightforward. What are they doing with it? Note, taking, making notes, reminders, things to do, events that happened, events, and ideas, things that come up that they want to remember. Where? So where could they be using it? Home, antenatal, which would also be class, and bedroom. So just fill in these ideas for who, what, where, when, why. Some of them will have more than others. That's okay. Do what you can. The more words you've got to play with and work with, the better. Number 4, when. So expecting. And then, of course, first, second, third trimester. I think that's how you say it, yeah, trimester. And then it could be for a gender reveal. And why? Why will they be using it? As a keepsake. Heirloom. Announcement. And a record. Okay, so these tags go into your 13 boxes of 20 characters. You may not always fit them all in. So if you can't fit them all in, just pick the best keywords. Pick the best keywords that fit and wrap around what you're selling, that fit tightly around what's going on with the product. And that is how you write good tags that support the product title and target this listing and make you more eligible for customer search queries. I hope this has all made sense. Now let's wrap up this video with the conclusion. Okay, let's summarize what we've learned in this SEO guide. Simple steps to succeed with SEO and match more customer search queries. The first thing to remember, SEO makes you eligible to be ranked, okay? Don't listen to anyone that talks about keywords ranking your listings. They don't. They just make you available or eligible, and that's why we need lots of descriptive keywords. Remember, number 2, Etsy cross matches, okay? So wherever your keywords are that the customer's looking for, Etsy will just cross-match them. If it finds them in the titles, the tags, attributes, categories, it will use them. Don't worry, it will find them for you as long as you've got the keywords there, which is why I want you to put as many keywords in as possible. Okay, number 3, use all title and tag space. No surprise, fill up your titles, fill up your tags. Don't leave long gaps in your title and space in your tags. Use it all. Get the maximum number of keywords in as you possibly can. Number 4, it should only be 10 minutes work per listing. Okay? If you use these SEO tools online, you'll be at this for hours and you'll be so confused. It's not necessary. Just 10 minutes work. This is going to take a week or 2 for you to get used to, right? It takes time, but once you've got it, it's 10 minutes a listing. Remember, you're using descriptive and anchor keywords, okay? Simple. Descriptives are red, anchors are green. Descriptive describes the item. Anchor is what the item is. That's it. Put your title together using the red and green descriptive and anchors. So, okay, and you do this work on new listings, 0 sales listings, and low sales listings, okay? Don't do this work on listings with hundreds of sales. That could be a huge mistake. Just new listings, listings that have got no sales, and listings with very low sales, no problem at all. Number 7 is the 5 W's. Who, what, where, when, why for your tags. Makes it easy for you to construct your tags. And finally, the last one, none of this, no need to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect, okay? When you want to get to this 10 minutes per listing, You don't want to be fretting about being perfect. Just get it roughly right. Okay, you've got a bit of repetition in the tags, maybe a couple of the words are the same. Maybe there's a little bit of repetition in the title. It's really, really not the end of the world. Just get it mostly right and your SEO will be fine, and this is all you need to do. Don't buy into all the talk on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram about using all these tools. It's garbage, it's a waste of time. Do this, your SEO will be fine, and you will have all your eligibility for customer search queries. So get into my comments, let me know what you thought of the 2025 guide to how to do Etsy SEO in 10 minutes. And as always, if you want to work with me, don't wait, don't guess. The Book In Now button is coming up on your screen, which takes you to a booking link for a free Zoom discovery call with me so I can talk to you about how I can make you more money in consultations that are paid and mentoring that's paid to further your Etsy business. I look forward to catching you in the comments and catching you in a consultation. Cheers.